Hello, my dear children. How are you all? Are you ready for a story? I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. But before I begin the story, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you fit a big elephant into a suitcase or into a plane? Just think about it. Now, let me tell you the story. This is the story of a very spoiled, very pampered princess. She was the only child of the king and queen of Rajasthan. Whatever she wanted, she was given. She could only think of, I want, I want. I must have it now. So one day they were on a vacation in Hong Kong. It was during the winter season. And the princess was not happy. I don't like this room. I don't like anything in this place. Anyway, she grumbled and she grumbled and she grumbled. Then the queen said, Princess Easy Pleasy, please drink your milk. When she saw her glass of milk and she tasted it, this milk is awful. It doesn't taste like the milk we have at home. I will not drink it. So the king and queen tried to tell her, come on, my sweet darling, my little sweetheart, please drink your milk. No, I will not drink this milk. I will drink only the milk from our cows in Rajasthan. Now the king was pretty upset. Now his darling daughter, if she doesn't drink milk, what will happen? What will happen, children, if you don't have your milk every day? You will feel very weak. You will feel tired. So now the king was very worried. If my darling daughter doesn't have milk to drink every day, she is going to be very weak. And when she becomes very weak, she will become nasty. Oh dear, what should I do? What should I do? Then he had an idea. Packer. So the packer came. Write down on your list. Next time when we go on a vacation, please bring the cow from our palace grounds. So somehow the vacation was over and they went back. Soon it was the spring vacation, and in the plane, along with all the entourage or the people, the servants and everybody that came on the plane, who should be on the plane and sitting on the seat with seat belt on was the cow. So anyway, they decided to take the cow to China along with them. Now, nobody was happy to have the cow in the airplane because the cow was starting to smell of cow dung. So anyway, they went to China and immediately they were able to milk the cow and give her fresh milk from Rajasthan. And the king ordered noodles and vegetables for lunch. And then for lunch, Princess looked at it, had it with her chopsticks. Oh, this is not tasty. The noodles don't taste nice, and the vegetables are horrible. There is no spice in them. I will not eat it. And this cook is hopeless. Darling, sweetheart, please eat something. You cannot be drinking milk all the time. Please have at least a mouthful of your lunch. No, I will not eat. I will not eat this horrible noodles and vegetables. Now the king was walking up and down. He was very upset. So he called Packer. Packer came with his long list. Next time, when we come for the next vacation, when we go for another vacation, please call the chef, and all the vegetables from our garden should be packed in the aeroplane. So the packer noted it down, and everything went on well, and it was time to go back. And soon summer came, and for the summer vacation, they went to Singapore. And in the plane, can you guess who was in the plane? Can you tell me? It was the cow, the chef, the vegetables, and his trusty pressure cooker. Everything went well, and the princess had her noodles and her vegetables from the chef who made tasty, delicious meals. The cow was there to get her delicious milk, to give her the delicious milk. But when it was time for her to sleep, she slept on the bed. First she sat on it. Oh, this mattress is awful. She put her head on the pillow. Oh, this pillow is too hard. I don't like this bed. I want my bed from the palace. I will not sleep. But darling, what to do? Somehow adjust. Can't you adjust and sleep just for this one night? Tomorrow we'll go back to our palace. No, I will not sleep. This bed is awful. How do you think I can sleep? It is so hard, and I cannot turn around because my bones pain with the hard mattress. I will not sleep. So anyway, the princess did not sleep. And early next morning, they packed up everything and went back to Rajasthan to their beautiful palace. Now, they decided, finally, the queen was getting fed up. Oh, I'm fed up. Every time we go out, Princess Easy Pleasy is making it harder and harder for us to enjoy our holidays. What can we do, O king? Now the king loved his daughter so much. Oh, queen, don't worry. She's only a little girl, and she's my darling little girl. I'm willing to do anything for her. So, anyway, it was time for the monsoon vacation. So they decided to go to Cambodia. They decided to go to Cambodia. It's a beautiful, exotic place in the Far East. And when she went there, they had a horse ready for her to ride on. Now, if you know, all royalty always had beautiful horses. They learned to ride on the horses. It was a great thing to have the best and most beautiful horses in the world. It was very expensive, but it was with the royal family that they had a stable full of the finest, thoroughbred horses from good pedigrees. So when the princess went out to play, there was a horse. And when she saw that horse, "Oh, you expect me to go on a ride on that horse? It looks so ordinary. It doesn't look like a good breed horse. I will not go on a horse. And look at these dogs. They don't look nice. I don't like these dogs. I don't like these rabbits. I don't like these birds. I want to go back home to my palace. There's nothing to do here." Oh. Now the king and queen were really upset. "Oh, what shall we do? What shall we do?" Then they said, "Darling, all these are lovely animals. Why don't you play with them?" "No, I will not play with them, and I will not ride on the horse. I want to go back to Rajasthan." So the king said, "Okay." Then he called for his royal packer. "Packer, write the list." Now this packer was getting very upset. "In the next list, bring the horse, the rabbits, and the dogs from our palace for the next vacation." So off they went back to Rajasthan. Soon it was time for their autumn vacation. So they decided to go to another beautiful country in the Far East, and that was to Thailand. Thailand was famous for its beautiful pagodas, that is, the Buddhist temples, famous for its wildlife, and famous for its huge, beautiful elephants. So they decided, let us go to Thailand to have a nice vacation. Now, in the plane, what was there that the packer packed into the plane? There was a chef. There was the chef with all the vegetables and his trusty pressure cooker. Next to the chef was the cow. Behind the cow was the beautiful horse, the dog, the rabbits, and in the most beautiful gilded cage were the birds. Then the princess, the queen, the king, and all the servants were in the plane. Now it was getting heavy for the plane to take off, and the pilot was getting worried. But anyway, they took off and they were off to Thailand. When they reached Thailand, they enjoyed the beautiful landscape of Thailand. They enjoyed visiting the Buddhist temples. And finally, they decided to have an elephant ride. But when the princess saw the elephant, she said, "Oh, look at this elephant. He's too tiny. You want me to have an elephant ride? It is too tiny. I will not go on the elephant." And the parents said, "Oh dear, our impossible imp. She doesn't want to go on the elephant." So he called the royal packer. Now the packer was getting very angry. You know what the king ordered for the next vacation? His royal elephant from the castle. From his palace. So for the next winter vacation, in went the chef along with his vegetables. In went the cow. In went the dog, the horse, the birds, the servants, and now we have to push the elephant into the plane. Oh my gosh, they pushed and pushed and they pushed, and this elephant went wah, wah, and he pushed, and he started stepping on the chef, and he started stepping on the horse, and there was no place for the elephant. But finally, the elephant came in. The face had covered the pilot, and somehow the picture of the plane. Do you think the plane was able to take off? Well, the pilot started his engine and the plane was ready for takeoff when kaboom! The aeroplane came to pieces. The king was thrown far away. The queen was thrown in another way. The elephant was out here. The cook and the vegetables and pressure cooker were all over the place. Oh my gosh, it was a big mess. Finally, the queen said, "No more vacation." And the packer said, "I am ready to quit my job. I do not like my job." And so, quietly, all of them went back into the palace. She told her daughter, "Princess Easy Pleasy, you are nothing but a very, very spoiled girl. You are not going for any vacation for a long time to come." Months went, days went, weeks went, months went, and the princess got bored. "I want to go for a vacation." Then the queen said, "You will go for a vacation only on one condition. We are not going to take the cook. We are not going to take the vegetables. We are not going to take the cow. We are not going to take the horse. We are not going to take the dogs. We are not going to take the birds. We will go on a vacation. Whichever country that we go to, you will learn to love the country for what it is. You will experience how it is to live like the people in that country." So the next vacation was in Tibet. The princess enjoyed the yak. The yak is the buffalo of Tibet, and it gives lovely milk. She learned to drink the milk of the yak. She learned to dress like the Tibetans, and she learned to enjoy her vacation in Tibet. So children, do you know the moral of the story? Can you tell me the moral of the story? I'll tell you. Wherever we go, we must learn to adjust and to enjoy and to our surroundings and learn to live with the people and the culture. Learn their culture and be happy with whatever you have. Thank you, children.